Good question. I never set out to document my life. My entire goal in writing Dwell Time was to write a story about conservation that could be read by a general audience. And that was the whole premise of the book. It started for me back in 2009 when I found the memoir by Primo Levi, The Periodic Table, where he talks about his Piedmontese Jewish family and what happened to them. And I thought, this is a premise for writing a book about art conservation, because the thing about art conservation, especially the type of work I do, which is not paintings, I work on sculpture and monuments, is that very few people really understand what it is and why it's a valuable profession unto itself. People don't get what the work is. They don't understand why is not the work of a contractor or an architect or the guy who fabricates the sculpture. So I wanted to tell that story about this esoteric profession that gave me such an extraordinary life. So that's what I set out to do. But I didn't know how to tell that story until a book coach that I was working on something else with suggested it needed to blend my family. Well, I mean, I knew it from reading Primo Levi, but my father passed away in 2019. And I think he needed to go before I could grapple with this material, because I don't think he would have been comfortable with my revealing the level of detail that I did. Whereas my mother, who's a much more volatile, trigger-happy, and difficult character on the surface, is a deeply compassionate person who was willing to let me go there and be quite accepting of everything I wrote about my difficult time growing up with her, because it's all about trauma, you know. Trauma just keeps extending, and she had so much trauma in her childhood. And when she revisited that trauma with the Cuban Revolution, she just didn't know what to do. She didn't have therapy as a tool to manage what had happened to her as a child. And so she was mad at me. As a child, you just feel the anguish and the pain of a mother that is angry at you for no reason all the time. But if you do the work of repair in human relationships, as I learned to do with works of art, where you have to understand the nature of damage before you can tackle any kind of repair, you get somewhere. So that's what Dwell Time's all about.